Hello, you college football fans. This is me again. It's college football semifinals, which will start tomorrow. So I have to get these predictions out of the way. Of course, make sure to subscribe to this channel and we can get to 100 subscribers. The goal for 2025, 100 subscribers. Let's get to these predictions. Starting off with the number 7 team in the country, Notre Dame taking on the 6th ranked team in the country, Penn State. This is a tomorrow game, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Notre Dame is a 1.5 point favorites, and this is the Capital One Orange Bowl. Of course, history will be made in this game because one of these coaches will be heading to their first national championship. What does that mean? Well, history could make with a black head coach will be in the FBS national championship for the first time ever in a modern college football history. Now, James Franklin, Marcus Freeman, respectable coaches, had some great years in their programs. Let's start with Notre Dame. How we got here? Well, all of us expected Notre Dame to be a good football team with Riley Leonard. All of us doubted them because against week one against Texas A&M, they got to beat them until they lost to Northern Illinois, one of the biggest upsets of 2024. And they kept winning. First round, show impressive win against Indiana, and then coming off in a huge win in New Orleans against the Georgia Bulldogs in the Sugar Bowl. They're bringing that momentum to Miami and hoping to seek to heading to their first college football national championship. They're going to take on Penn State. How do we got here for Penn State? Well, the thing for Penn State is you go from an undefeated season. I'm assuming undefeated season, if we can count it, till losing to Ohio State. Really hurt them. Of course, could have been Ohio State. They got into the Big Ten title game. Unfortunately, lost to Oregon in a great game, and now they go on home, beat SMU, trash them out. They hang in there against Boise State. Big win for them at the Fiesta Bowl, and they're here in Miami. Whiteout game for Penn State. Of course, nine 9-1 all-time series between Notre Dame and Penn State. This is the 11th meet. I'm assuming the 11th meet, not the 20th meeting between these two teams. This is going to be a fun game. I want to root for Penn State in this game, but everyone is thinking Notre Dame with their offense, Riley Leonard, Jeremiah Law, this weapon offense, how they're going to slow down that Penn State's defense. That is going to be the key. But the game will come down to can Penn State's offense score points against Notre Dame's defense? Remember, Notre Dame's defense took down Indiana's rushing offense, Georgia's QB situation offense, and now they got to play against a on fire offense for Penn State. This could go either way, but I'm going to take Penn State. I think Penn State, what they will be trying to do, of course, Drew Allen. A lot of NFL GMs are thinking that Drew Allen should declare the draft if he performs really well in the playoffs. And I think he's going to think about it. I got Penn State winning it. It's 20-24. Penn State wins it. They will go to the national championship. On Friday, the 8th ranked team in the country, Ohio State, taking on the 5th ranked team in the country, Texas, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Ohio State is a 5-point favorite. This is also the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. And guess what? Quinn Ewers, remember, committed to Ohio State, then transferred to Texas. He's going to face his former team. Against the Buckeyes team, they got a quarterback who's 0-3 against Texas. That doesn't matter. How did Ohio State got in this semi? Well, interesting offseason for the Buckeyes. They get Will Howard. Kyle McCord goes to Syracuse. You bring in Chip Kelly as your offensive coordinator. Undefeated run until losing to Oregon in a what could I call it the game of the year. Then they bounced back into losing to Michigan. Their big win was against Penn State, then lose to a 5-win Michigan team. How crazy. Lost to a 6-win Michigan team or 7-win team. They took down Tennessee. They get the revenge against Oregon. And yeah, they're in a good spot. They're in a good spot against the Longhorns. How do we got here? All the expectations were, can they be a national champion team? Well, Quinn Ewers, he goes down early. Archmedi stepped up. Ewers returned in the Red River rivalry. Of course, got a huge loss to Georgia, but earlier in the year they got the big win against Michigan in the Big House. Lost in the SEC title game in Atlanta, so that's hard for them. And in the road, they beat Clemson, ACC champs. They took down Arizona State in a close game, really close game. This game is going to be interesting because Texas leads 2-1 series all time against Ohio State. And this game will be interesting because how is Texas defense going to slow down Jeremiah Smith? Because remember, against Oregon, he was on fire against Oregon's defensive backs. So this, to me, I'm going to take the Ohio State Buckeyes. I just don't see how the Longhorns defense is going to be able to slow down Jeremiah Smith. Buckeyes win it 30-24 in this one. I think it's going to be close, but I think Ohio State wins it. And that means my national championship will be a Big Ten rematch between Penn State and Ohio State. That is it for today, folks. And if you have not seen my other videos, go ahead and check those out and subscribe to my channel. And see y'all in the next episode of the College Football Playoffs. Bye-bye.